Hello, this is Dr. Satish Singhal, PhD, Professor of Computer Information Technology at Rose State College in Midwest City, Oklahoma. Uh, Today I'm going to show debugging mid-size C++ program, and this is mid-size for the college class. The file that I have has about 1100 lines. It's not a mid-size for the industry, where mid-size program will be about 300 to half a million lines of code. So just wanted to let that know upfront. And this may be more relevant to students who are taking class with me right now, but others may learn something about debugging C++ programming anyhow on Visual Studio. And the other thing is that I'm making this video on a piece of software that does not record more than 15 minutes at a time. It's already 1 minute now. So I may do this video in several 15 minutes segments. So there will be part 1, part 2 and so on. Okay, so I had to create some bugs in my program, and I found at least one way, so which means this debugging process, while it could work in a lot of situations, it may not work on all. In industry there are lots of different techniques used for debugging. In time, every program will need to learn them all, but right now I think this will be one of them that I'm going to show. So people are aware of this employee list project I have. Here's the employee list class, and what I did to create bugs in it, this morning sometime I generated 5 random numbers between 1 and 1100, and random number generator gave me some line numbers. I went ahead and deleted those lines from the program, and it turned out they were all actually lines that had code in it, not the blank lines. Like line number 6 is blank line, so they were not those. And then I threw away the random numbers that I had, and now I don't even remember which one they were. So that way I can debug this program. And this could happen if you copy and paste a program that you might have done earlier, but the specifications are changed enough this time that it just doesn't work right away. And if you compile and run, you'll end up with hundreds of bugs. I went through had a difficult time with one of the students who had a program like that, but I debugged it all, and at least I fixed all the compiler runtime errors. Still may have been there. Okay, so I'm gonna debug this program to fix compile errors and runtime errors, because 5 lines have been deleted from a perfectly running program. Okay, so first thing I do is, in each so first thing I do is I highlight the whole program and comment out the entire program. Okay, except I go back and comment in this number include employee list.h, and this is the employee list.cpp file from which I deleted the 5 lines. And I can see there's no error in this line, so that one is fine. And then I'm gonna remove the main method that I have, remove, and add a new one. Add new item, and I'll do debug main.cpp. And in that I do number include. Okay, I have to see my previous includes, so let me just go to that just for a second. Okay, so my main method was here. I'll open it in another editor and just copy all the includes from there. Actually, there's only one, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so we definitely need that. Okay, and here I say int main return 0. My program won't compile right now. It will get a whole bunch of link errors because the header file has all the functions, but CPP is all commented out, so we'll get a lot of link errors. So also, I mentioned this before, that in this list type of program, whether it's a bank account list, employee list, name list, integer list, you have to make these four functions work first. And so you can check out each one separately, and then you can check out the rest. But since my header file has all the functions listed in them, they at least have to be coded in the body. Okay, so first thing I do is so I'll uncomment one item at a time, uncomment it, and comment out its body, and then I just put a statement called throw incomplete. Okay, and I do that for all of them. So doing that for all of them will take a long time, so I'm not going to do that live on the video. I'll show you one more, of course. So like this one, that's the other second constructor. So I'll uncomment that. Oops, sorry, I keep doing the reverse. And then I'll comment out the code inside it, and then add my throw. And I'll show you one more so that you know what I'm doing here. Then I will go off the video, pause the video, do them all, and then come back. And then, in fact, I'm just going to uncomment this only here. And up to here. And right now I can check also for the braces balancing. Oh, actually I have to uncomment this too. To check the brace balance, I can just do Control plus, and I can see the balance, and hit on the brace sign, and I can see those are balancing. So, and then I just do this. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and do all the rest of the functions in this employee list class exactly that way. I have the header, I have the left brace, I have the right brace, I comment out the body, and then I put this throw incomplete everywhere. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and come back. Okay, I'm back. So for each function, what I've done is that I uncommented the header line, the left brace, right brace. The first line put throw incomplete, and any code that was commented out, I just folded it. And I will admit that to do that for 38 functions takes good half an hour. And some of you would lose patience at that point, but don't be losing the patience. If you get tired, go take a break. But you have to do it. Every function should have the header line, left brace and right brace uncommented. Any code there is commented out because we don't know where the error is. And then this line throw incomplete is there in all of them. When you put a throw statement, that means function is considered compilable. Okay, so I've done that for all the 38 functions, or 40, I think, I don't know how many there are, maybe 43 or something, in the employee list. And then I went to my main function and called the default constructor, and I now compile it. could do rebuild, but you can do Control Shift B, that's my favorite, and you do that, and now you can see it's all succeeded. That means everything is compiled. So key is to keep your program in compiled state very often. Anytime you code a function, keep it in compiled state. Okay. All right. So let's uncomment the default constructor. I'm only going to look at that first. So I have to find if there are any errors in this one. First the compile errors, and then the logical errors. So to find compile errors, all I have to do is just do Control Shift B again, which is a keyboard shortcut for rebuild, and it turned out that it succeeded. So at least there's no compile error. Of course, red line would have done that too. And that means I can, oh actually I'm sorry, I should take this out before compiling, otherwise it will not execute the rest of the code. So compile it again, and it says one succeeded. Well, this only tells us there is no compile error. It doesn't tell us there is no logical error. But for logical error, I can actually walk through it line by line and just see with my mouse that it is actually indeed correct. So constructor is being called from the main, and I can put a breakpoint right here, F9, and just tell the program to run to cursor. So right click, run to cursor, and it's going to be slow. When I make these videos, everything's slowed down. Okay, so press F10, then F11 to jump into the constructor. And really, actually I should have done run to cursor here. Okay, so it's going to create employee list of initial capacity. So I do F10, and now I can see that initial capacity is 100. And actually I should reduce that, but that's okay. I can do that next time. I'm going to reduce it to 20. And then, oh god, my folder will run 100 times, and I don't really want that. So let me stop it. And actually I want to remove the breakpoint from here, put it here, F9. And for the sake of simplicity, I'm going to set the initial capacity to 10. So let me go to here. I can always change it later. So just change it to 10 and the grow by to 5. That will be an easier way to debug the program that way. You can always change them later. It's not a problem. Alright, so in that case I have to compile it again because I changed few things. So do Control Shift B to compile, and it succeeded. I do the debugging again, run to cursor, and I'll do the run to cursor again. There you go. So jump right there. That means code has been executed up to this point, and that's a fast way to step through the code. So if I put initial capacity, that's 10. If I put list I, notice it is showing you SSN not set, first name not set. That means default constructor has been called. If I put on num elements, that's 0. It's got set to 0. List state got set to 1. And if I say F10, then grow by got set to 30. Actually, that should have been, I thought I changed that to 5, but maybe I didn't. So let me check that again. Actually, I changed to 5, so it shouldn't really show me 30. So I don't know where the 30 came from. Okay, let's check the code. Oh, actually it is 5. That was the old data. Sorry about that. 30 was the old data. Okay, then F10, and then I'm back here. So at least I saw that each line here got executed